Hello, everyone. We are going to continue our discussion about kitchen and bath equipment, this week focusing on fixtures and fittings. I want to start with a quick definition of what are fixtures and fittings and move right into water conservation issues and Cal Green, and then spend the bulk of our time looking at some of the most common individual fixtures: your toilet, your bath and shower, and your lavatory and kitchen sink. So let's start with some definitions. What exactly are these things? It turns out a fixture includes kitchen sink, bathtub shower, lavatory, which is the fancy word for bathroom sink, toilet, also called a water closet, bidet, urinal. These are all items that receive water. Water gets poured into them. A fitting, on the other hand, includes faucets, a bathtub filler spout, shower head, etc., in which water passes through the finished piece and then enters a fixture. They are items which deliver water. So you've got fittings which deliver water and fixtures which receive water. Speaking of water, let's focus in on some water conservation issues. So here we've got some interesting data on water use in California. It is a little bit old, from 2001 to 2010, so maybe that now that it's 2020, we'll get a new study. But in general, water use in California is roughly 20% urban and 80% agricultural. Of that 20% urban use, come on over to this pie chart over here, we've got about equal residential exterior use, that's watering our lawns, and residential interior use, and that includes flushing toilets, running the dishwasher, taking a bath, and drinking water. So as a kitchen and bath designer, which piece can we influence? It's the residential interior use. So that's what we're going to focus on here. Last week, I gave you a super quick overview of California Code of Regulations and where to find the California Building Code, and also California's Green Building Code. You might have heard it called Cal Green. So Cal Green includes some water conservation issues, which are super important for us to follow. And the most important of the Cal Green regulations is the restriction of flush volume or flow rate on residential fixtures. So these numbers that you see here are code required maximums. All right, you cannot go higher than these numbers here in California. And they are for water closets, 1.28 gallons per flush. Urinals, 0.125 gallons per flush. Shower heads are 1.8 gallons per minute, and that is a new regulation effective in 2020. And also, this is important, it applies to all shower heads in a particular shower. So if you've got multiple shower heads, if you've got a rain shower head and another one, if you've got a fancy multi-head fixture, they all can only add up to 1.8. Lavatory faucets, remember that lavatory is the fancy vocabulary word for a bathroom sink. 1.2 gallons per minute, and kitchen faucets, 1.8 gallons per minute. You might have noticed some of these are measured in gallons per flush, and some in gallons per minute. That's because some of them are continuous flow items, the shower heads and the faucets, whereas the water closets and the urinals are kind of a one and go, one flush. Okay, so we measure them slightly differently. All right, everybody, that was a super quick overview of water conservation and Cal Green requirements. So you need to keep those numbers in mind whenever you're selecting any of these fixtures, because California has some of the most restrictive water conservation requirements in the country. And so you really have to make sure that your fixtures are California approved.